Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be doing part 8 of our Creo for Beginners series. Today is going to be the rest of the drawing and annotations section, mainly focusing on the annotations. This won't be the last video on the drawings, there will obviously be more. If you're finding these videos helpful, hit that like and subscribe button, and you can watch all these videos coming and you'll be able to use Creo to the best of your abilities. The tips I am giving are hopefully useful to you guys, and hopefully it will make you a better draftsman at the end of the day. Okay, so let's jump in here. Today we're going to be doing dimensioning, notes, basically everything here in the annotate section. As you can see, this is our previous drawing that we were busy with. Page 1 obviously is still our 3D, and page 2 is our flat state. So what we're going to do is we're going to head to sheet 1 and we're going to start adding some dimensions here. So if I click on there and I click on this line and I center click, it will give me a dimension, but obviously it's not giving me the full size because there's rounds here, so it won't calculate the rounds in. If you want a full dimension, you are going to click the one line, holding Control, click the second line, and then push the center button of your mouse in the same place, and it will actually give you the full dimension. Okay, now again, if I just click on the line and I click there, it will actually give me the thickness of the material. It won't give me the thickness, the dimension is indicating the thickness, but if I select that one line, I don't have to select there and then do it. You can, but it's obviously tedious. Okay, then your other dimensions, if you're going to do your holes, if you click once and you click center, it will give you your radius. If I click the circle twice and I click outside, it will actually give me the diameter. So those are your two options for circles. Then again, if I want this radius or this arc and I click again, it's going to give me the radius. If I want the leading edge, okay, we are going to do there, and we are going to do there, and then we are going to select there, and we are going to say, it will now ask you, as you can see on the right hand side, do you want it horizontal, do you want it vertical, do you want it slanted, do you want it parallel, do you want it normal? So let's say slanted. We're going to say slanted. Obviously vertical will be the same as those, horizontal will be the dimension this way. Slant is the one I'm going to show you now. Parallel will be in parallel with the line that you've selected, and then normal is obviously just the normal dimension. Okay, so we're going to say slanted, and as you can see, there's your dimension. Excuse me. So once again, if you want to move your dimensions, you click, wait for the arrows to pop up, and you can actually shift your dimensions. You can shift the dimension itself up and down, as you can see. I can also move by clicking on that little tab there. As you can see, quite easy to move. Okay, same thing with the radius dimension, like that. If you want this on the other side, simple as that. You just use those little tabs, very easy. If I want to now flip my arrows, for instance, seeing as this is a diameter dimension, my arrows are overlapping, it doesn't look nice. Okay, what are we going to do? We're going to right click, we're going to say flip arrows, and it's the same arrow as you have on your radius. Simple, easy. Okay, now The other feature on here is going to be your notes. You've got no leader, with leader. Those are the two main ones you're going to use, because one comes with the arrow, the other one doesn't. You've got ISO leaders, which are ISO leaders. Leaders are just these little arrows, so like this. So once I say you want the note horizontal, you want the note vertical, you want the note angular, that you can also change. You want it in the left, on the center, or the right of your block. And then obviously these are just make or done. So if you're done, click done. I'm going to say no leader. I'm going to say make note. As you can see the little arrow there, I'm going to click. It's going to throw out this block. Okay, now I'm going to type. Okay, if I push enter, it's going to skip to the next line. So if I type the next line now, and I hit enter again, it's again the next line. If I push enter the second time after I've typed it in, it will actually spit it out there. So again, I'll show you this again. So if I had said make note, and I clicked here, and I said text here, and I had pushed enter, and not typed again, and just pushed enter, it would have just given me this. But if you push enter the first time, it goes below and starts typing the next thing. That's to make your life a little bit easier. Okay, so you don't have to go in, edit, move your stuff, use Alt to shift up and down. Yeah, so it makes it a lot easier. Okay, now we're going to do with leader. I'm going to say make note. We are going to click on our part somewhere that we want the arrow to point to. So let's say we're going to click on the whole. Then I'm going to center click right there. Okay, we don't see it now, but then I type whatever I want to type, say enter and enter again, and as you see, there's my note with my arrow. Simple as that. Okay, now if I now want to move this, as you can see, simple, easy. Okay, the text, the arrow, if I want to move the arrow to a different place, I can drag it along. As you can see, I can move it as I want, or I can right click, edit attachment, and I can even go there to a new item if I selected the wrong item in the beginning. So very simple and easy to use. Very nice feature this. Okay, I've used this quite a few times. And then obviously you can change the font. So if we change the font, so if we go properties, okay, you go text style, and you can actually see the font here. So you can go Omega bold italic, so preview. As you can see, I can go Times bold italic, I can go Goth graphic normal, okay, I can go grotesque bold preview. Okay, I can also change the color of the text, blue, pink, whatever. As you can see, it's changed. You can change the actual orientation. So if we go okay, well, you can change the orientation over here. You can obviously change the size of the font. You can give it an angle. As you can see there. So there's quite a few options here. And then again, if you want to change your text, you can change your text. And all I say is okay, and there it is. Very simple. Okay, Now, if you want the center of the hole, all I have to do is click on the hole, Control, select the other edge I'm measuring the center from, and center click. Then it will actually ask you, so center of the hole or tangent of the hole. So center would be the center. Tangent, I'll show you, is going to be the other side. So as you can see here, the dimension is actually on the outside of the hole. So you can put it outside or that side, it's up to you, depending on the dimension. So that is the notes, your hole dimensions. Those are probably the main ones you're going to use. Then there is a nice little feature. It's a bit of a cheat, but you can do it. I suppose not really cheating, it's a feature. So if you go show model annotations, okay, on your whole part here, as I showed you guys in the previous video, it's going to spit this menu out. But now, these are all your centers, correct? Because we're on the center tab. But if I go to the dimension tab, see all the dimensions it gives me. So instead of wasting my time and annotating all of this myself, all I have to do is select them. So as you can see, it's highlighting them as I go over it. So say I want, okay, I want that dimension, I want that dimension. I can also just click on the dimension, then it will make it the same. Yeah, so then we do that, and then obviously if you say apply, those will now stay. Same thing with all your other menus. Your notes for your bending will be there. All your center lines, same thing. If you click it, I go over it, it's there. As you can see, if I click one and I say apply, it will stay there. So now if I close this, as you can see, there are the dimensions that I chose. So this makes your life a little bit easier, a little bit quicker, if I can put it that way, because obviously that's a lot quicker than doing it manually. But the problem is they're not always in the right place, or they're not always the right dimension that you're looking for. They might have dimensions that you feel are not the correct dimensions in the correct places that you feel like measuring. So you might end up changing their stuff, or you might end up making your own anyway. Okay, so that is the basics of the Annotate tab. There's not many other features I use often, I must be completely honest. Those are the basic ones that I use 99% of the time. Yeah, there are settings here that you can change the decimal points behind the notes and all that. So I mean, if I know number of decimals placed, if I want 3, I can change the amount of decimals, as you can see there. So now it gives me 3. I can click decimals again and make it 1, and it will make it 1. So obviously there's small other features, but I mean the main ones you want to use, that you're going to be using if you're working or if you're making drawings for yourself, are these ones. In the next video I will move on to the other tabs, and we will also touch back on layout. So if this has been helpful and you feel like this is a good video for you, like, subscribe to the channel, and you can follow all the rest of my videos. Click on the little bell that gives you notifications. Click on there so that you get all the video notifications, and then you can look forward to seeing all the other steps moving forward, and you can start getting good at this program. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon.